Let's talk about Season 1 of The Punisher. As for Season 1, Frank Castle, also known as The Punisher, believes he has exacted revenge on the criminals that is responsible for the murder of his family. However, he soon uncovers a larger, deeper conspiracy behind the events that occurred, as it involves him serving in the Marine Corps, which also involves run-ins with law enforcement, his ex-best friend, Billy Russo, NSA analyst Micro. So Frank is seeking to uncover the truth once and for all. And with this is a spinoff to the Daredevil series after we see Frank in Daredevil Season 2. As Jon Bernthal returns as the Punisher. And Jon Bernthal is phenomenal as Frank. Because with him as Frank, we see layers to the character. As we see him being this soldier, we see him being this father, we see him being this husband, we see him being this best friend. And we see him as the Punisher who has all that taken away from him. And also with this series, we get Moss-Bachrach, who plays Micro, who is now playing the Thing in the MCU. So just like Mahershala Ali, he is two characters. But also with this series, we do get Ben Barnes as Billy Russo, Frank's ex-best friend. And what Ben Barnes did in this series, he was pretty good, as we find out why him and Frank are ex-best friends. But also with this series, we do get some great characters from Dinah Mudding and from Curtis Hoyle, who is a friend of Frank's. Honestly, the standout was probably Curtis, as his character was pretty interesting. A bit of a moral compass in a way. And with Dinah, her character has a lot to her, as she's with Billy Russo investigating Frank and some other stuff. And to see this tie in with Daredevil, we do see Deborah Ann Wall back as Karen Page, who has great chemistry and dynamic with Frank. So it was great to see her helping Frank in a way, but at the same time tying in with the Daredevil series. But with how this series is, this is a Punisher, so it is pretty brutal. Like, it has its brutal action moments, which are done very well. And it is super entertaining when the action appears. As with this, we also just get a lot of development for Frank. As I mentioned earlier, he has layers and it does a good job exploring all those layers. And it has a pretty good mystery regarding Frank's family on what happened to them and how people are involved in what happened. With some surprises and some satisfying moments when Frank discovers everything and punishes them. Let's be real. They deserved it. I will admit there were parts in this series that was a bit slow, but at the same time, it's still a really good series. The Punisher is a very interesting character, and with this season, it felt like it was exploring him becoming the Punisher even more. Like, this is before he becomes the Punisher full time, as he is still struggling in a way. But with Season 1, it is a great crime thriller with action that explores some of the most brutal parts of the MCU. Hawkeye as Ronin ain't nothing compared to Frank Castle as the Punisher. But what are your thoughts on the Punisher Season 1? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.